Now this might be one of the wildest plot twists in hip-hop news right now. Big time, because fans are losing it after reports dropped that an FBI agent testified under oath claiming Gucci Mane himself gave a statement to Dallas police about what allegedly went down inside that studio on January 10, 2026. And the detail that really set everything into chaos? Pooh Shiesty was reportedly sitting in court shaking his head like he couldn't believe what he was hearing as that testimony was read aloud. The second that clip hit social media, everybody started asking the same thing. Did Gucci Mane just speak on his own artist? Now hold up, because this situation is way deeper than one viral moment. From what's being reported around the federal case, the U.S. Department of Justice is saying what happened inside Luminous Studios in far north Dallas wasn't just some normal music industry dispute. Prosecutors are actually pushing the claim that this was an alleged kidnapping and robbery tied to a contract issue. And that right there is why this story is hitting so hard. It pulls in Big 30, Gucci Mane, and what looks like a full federal investigation unfolding in real time. Now, according to testimony cited across multiple outlets, FBI agent Hansen allegedly told the court that Gucci Mane informed Dallas police and even his
PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case, and I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what allegedly was witnessed and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night, and then nothing happened for 3 months. In addition to that I thought was quite embarrassing, was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today? What we didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more. I'm going to take like 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to scoot.
You're essentially arguing they've got only a he said kind of case, no evidence.
Correct. Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is it's a he said type of case. I mean, obviously there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room, right? The owner of the studio, who says he didn't hear anything or see anything. The way they leave the studio, where no one is in concert with anybody else, no one's arguing with anyone else. One of the individuals says, "Hey, can I get my watches back?" Like, the story is quite unusual. And I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual. And I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest.
What is your response to the judge saying that, your client still violated the terms of his ankle monitor location?
Sure, those are all things that are going to be, flushed out. The fact is that he was allowed to be in certain areas at certain times. That really wasn't an argument for today. I wasn't really even going to make that argument. My main thrust of today was to really push on the evidence and see exactly what they had and when they had. How about this? How about the individual who wrote the complaint, who actually drafted the complaint, who was sitting in the courtroom, who's only been an FBI agent for 4 years, does not take the stand. They put someone else on to say what she wrote in her own complaint when she's sitting in the courtroom. And that's done quite often in gamesmanship, because they don't want to put a rookie on the stand.
We're outside federal court here in downtown Dallas for an update on the case that involves the rapper known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Jr. After about a 1-hour probable cause hearing in federal court in downtown Dallas, he has been ordered held. The judge deciding that, yes, there is probable cause that he was involved in the crimes that have been alleged by the FBI. His defense attorneys argued the FBI does not have the guns they mentioned. They do not have the jewelry that they mentioned that was allegedly stolen. They do not have the contract that they say that he was forcing the other rapper known as Gucci Mane to sign to get Pooh Shiesty, the other rapper, out of his contract but the judge said the evidence is heavy that he was involved in this, that he does have a lengthy criminal history, including gun violations before. So at this point, Lontrell Williams Jr. is being ordered held.
Then, out of nowhere, hold up, Big 30 gets dragged right into the middle of this situation. Now social media is in full meltdown mode because fans are digging up old clips, past 1017 footage, and even alleged yard videos trying to piece this whole story together.
Shit like that.
Once Big 30 became part of the online conversation, the narrative shifted from just Pooh Shiesty to what people are now calling a broader 1017 fallout.
The interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident.
Now people are starting to ask, hold up, is this the final breakdown of one of the most talked about artist-label relationships in recent years? Honestly, that might be the part that hits the hardest, because not too long ago, fans were hyped about Pooh Shiesty's return. Everybody was waiting on new drops, new visuals, and what looked like the beginning of a serious comeback run. But instead, the whole narrative has completely flipped. I ain't telling nothing, not to police. I don't believe in that. Only thing I believe in is don't talk to police. Now is federal custody, courtroom testimony, Gucci Mane's name being mentioned, and that one viral moment of Shiesty shaking his head that has the entire internet going crazy. Some fans are saying Gucci just did what any alleged victim would do if prosecutors are claiming he was directly involved. Others are saying this right here marks the end of the 1017 bond and the trust between artists and labels. Either way, this situation is far from finished, because if more courtroom details keep dropping, this could easily turn into one of the biggest hip-hop legal stories of the year. And let's be real,